Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of In the Lab with Montrelli on the Keys. I'm your boy Montrelli on the Keys. Alright, so today's gonna be a great day. Gonna have some fun on today. Just doing a little, make sure I got my little settings and stuff good. With Montrelli on the Keys. I'm your boy Montrelli on the Keys. Alright. Sounding good so far, sounding good. I hope everybody's doing great. Hope your weekend as well. We're going to work on this track on today. I already started working on it. It's a song that I'm creating from scratch. So so I'm going to give a list of play what we're going to listen to on today. So now, this could be a bit different. I know most of our producers on here on YouTube, whenever they're making a mix, working on a track, they kind of show you that they're perfected sound and then they deconstruct it or they build it along with you. I'm going to do something a bit different. We're going to solve problems on today. Solving problem not per se, well, we're going to do some mixing, yes, and all that kind of good stuff, but solving problems with the placement of your notes and solving problems with the rhythm of the rhythms in your pattern. So I'm going to play this track here and I'm going to play it all the way through. And then we're going to dissect each section, and we're going to identify the problems and work on some solutions, so that way we can have a great, have a nice, consistent sounding track that can be, usable for artists or company or what have you. All right, so you know how we do it here. Like, subscribe, hit us up. I'm grateful too. I just see that as of today is March the 7th. Is it the 7th? March the 8th. That I currently have 5 subscribers, and I'm really excited about that. And all of it is organic, nothing is paid. So I'm definitely grateful for the 5 subscribers. So let's take that 5 up to 10. I definitely am a proponent of organic growth, even slow growth. But let's expedite that growth somehow. All right, so yeah, like, subscribe, share, or what have you. Also follow us on all the socials, Montrelli on the Keys on Instagram. Montrelli on the Keys also on TikTok. I'm on there uploading tracks on TikTok for you to freestyle to. Montrelli Music if you're on Twitter. So yeah, we everywhere. And also Montrelli on the Keys on BeatStars if you're on BeatStars and so forth. All right, so let's play this track right here so we can. And I'm going, as I'm playing it, I want you to listen up for any kind of issues or problems, and let's see if we can work on solving that. And feel free to type into the comment section, and yeah, let's work on it. So here we go. Cool, so that's the track we're working on. I literally just put this instrumental together a few minutes ago. Everything was done here, on my trusty keyboard. So yeah, let's break it all down. So a nice sounding track, right? Nice groove, right? A nice little groove to it. But we have some issues. Some of the obvious issues, right? It's the balance. The obvious issues, it's the balance of some things maybe too loud, too low. If you notice in the subby bass down here, you probably can't hear it as well, but if you could hear, you would have noticed on certain notes it does this fall off kind of sound, like boom, boom. But really, although in and of itself it sounds cool, but not really what you need for this kind of track. So let's play each sound one by one. Let's see what we have here. This is the amped up epic synth sound. That glorious day, you can ignore that. I just typed it in for something different for yesterday when I was at my church, and I had used this sound actually in church. So I kind of typed it in to go with the song, but that's neither here nor there. But the amped up epic synth actually is found here. Press no, not Y. Press I on the keyboard. If you're on Logix, press I on your keyboard, bring it up. Alchemy, that's where the sound is at, and it's inside of Alchemy. Amped up epic synth. All right, so let's check this sound out. So sounds cool. All right, so now, but now it sounds cool by itself, right? We see here -13, -11. Now let's bring in the retro synth. Retro synth actually is right here. It should be stationary inside of your Logics in this section right here. Pull up retro synth. What I did here in retro synth, I just configured and kind of fooled around with some of the settings, the analog synth sounds to shape it up some, turned up modulation, some vibratos. I kept the semitones and the tones at 0. Give a little mix. Had the flanger on for nice little wavy, phasey kind of sound. And got my glide on. No, I don't have glide on. I really didn't want to glide these notes. So I kept that off. And I adjusted the filter envelope and the amp envelope. But you can see that there if you you see the difference in it if you go to your go to the settings here. Alright, so let's play this. So that sounds cool, right? The retro synth sounds pretty cool. I like how it sounds. We can probably do a little more shaping to it. We'll do that as we go along. Now, next we're going to bring in the lovely acoustic guitar sound, which is the Ample Guitar. The Ample Guitar is a free plugin. If you just type in Google Ample Guitar #2, then you should see like some settings, like pluginboutique.com. Shout out to them. What have you? Beautiful guitar sound. It's a bit. And so one thing about the guitar sound, and this is I believe it's gonna help you guys too, if you're new to production or you want to elevate your level of sounds that you're using. If you're going to use a guitar sound, and if any guys are guitar players, maybe you can chime in a little bit more here on this idea. You don't want to just play sounds like. That it sounds, it's pretty chords, right? But think like a guitar player. Playing guitar, the note strums. So when you're playing it, so if you're making guitar sounds, even if you're not a guitar player, I am not a guitar player, but you must think like a guitar player. And so when you playing, you don't strum, you don't hit all the notes at the exact same time or whatnot. So you more so of a strum, even if it's a fast movement or whatnot, it's still more of a fasting strum sound. So either go from take your fingers and curl it down or curl it up, down, going up, going down. So things like that right there to keep in mind. So you want to think like how that instrument sound in the real world, because although it sounds cool doing like fancy riffs, I mean that sounds good in theory, yes. Some special effects sounds good, but always think in real world sounds. But there's a problem with this guitar as I'm playing it through the song. So let's play it through and check out what the guitar is doing. You can hear some issues. So if you notice in the issues there how the sounds, the velocity in the sounds goes off. But if you look, there's some notes overlapping and it's crashing around this area here. Even also around here as well. And how I pull this piano roll up, just press E on your keyboard. If you press E, it pulls it right up. Or you can just double click on your stem. If you double click, it pulls it up as well. So I'm gonna press I to get rid of the this section over here. Press I, and here we are. I'm gonna press enter. And if you notice too, I don't have the first note starting directly on as well. a lot of times that's not necessarily a bad thing, you know, more if you just thinking in terms of stylistics. But in this case here, I do want it lined up exactly. So I can either want to move it all the way over to it, or what I can do, Control Command Z, I can do Command A to highlight everything and press Q to line everything up. Q is quantize, and right now it is quantized by 16th notes. So let's see how this sounds by quantizing a 16th note. I'm gonna shrink it down some. If you look right here, the top kind of middle right side of the screen, I can shrink it in some, kind of get a little fuller view of everything. I can just grab here and I can kind of pull things back as well, see a little bit more. Right there, so we see our first problem. So this third note never really came through, but yeah, it's set to like 105. So what can we do about that? Well, let's expand it out. Let's take a look. If you look here, you'll see that this note actually is overlapping, and that's why it's not being heard fully, even though this velocity 105, 102, so this is louder than this. But let's see what happens when I actually drag it in and kind of get this out of the way of this note right here. And now let's play it back. Much better. See, hear the difference in that? And you even hear the loudness being louder than the velocity set at 102. Overlap it again, play it. Doesn't even come through at all. Get you out the way. Much better. Here we go again, some more issues here. Even though this note is under this one, it's still overlapping into its field, or to its section, and so let's get that out the way. So sometimes you have to manually go in and do these kind of things. You see right here how it's colliding? I can either drag this back, but I'm going to play it through because I may need to bring this over. But let's just hear how it's sounding so far. So what we're going to do, I'm going to shrink this in because you know that this it was kind of too fast how it ended. So I think I'm going to do here is actually drag this out to 2 measures. Do the same to this one. Bring this one in. I'm going to, let's see if I bring this over here. Let's give this about two bars. Stretch this out. And we may have to change it some more, but let's see how it sounds so far. This is in the 4th, so this is in the 4th measure here of the song. Can identify some issues there. So how I want it to sound. Let me close it in. So bum 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 bum. So that's how we want it to sound, but how it's really sounding is so it's telling me it's taking too long to get there. So let's bring it, take this down, bring this over. And if you listen to your sounds, it's telling you what the problem is if you're just listening closely. Sounding better. I wonder if let me see. Let's try something real quick. Let's try this. I wonder. Let's flip it. Huh. So they're too fast there, so I'll just keep it where it was. I think I like that. If I give it a little half. May not sound too pretty, but that's the whole point of the beauty of music, right? It's figuring it out. I think I like that. Dun 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 bum bum. Little different pattern to it. What y'all think? Y'all like that? I like it. Let's roll with it and see what happens. Let's keep it right now. It's a working theory. So let's keep it and see. Let's go from the top. Let's see where we at. Now, if I notice here, this sound almost seems as if it didn't come in as strong, although it's louder than this. So it doesn't look like it's overlapping, but I'm still gonna take it down. Still gonna take it down a little bit just to make sure it still comes in pretty strong. Try it again. Got some more issues here, overlappings. Let's fix it. We got a clash right here. Extend it out. Now the question is, did I even meant to put this F sharp? This is the F. If you notice here, it's on the F. C, D, E, F. And this is the F sharp, right here. And I'm wondering, they even want this on the F sharp. Was that accidental? Did I mean to do that? Want me to find out, right? Is to play it through and let's see. So let's check it out. So it looked like I may have meant to probably put that in, but let's bring it over. And so if I walk this up and I'm coming back down, so bring that in, right? So it can be heard. And then it looks like this could have been accidental, so I'm going to take this out for the moment. But if you look here, so I'm going to a note, up from a note, I'm going back to a note. In music theory, that's called a passing note, okay? A passing note. No, not passing note. It's called I think it's a neighboring note. I remember my 6th grade training. When you go to that note, up, then back down. Let's do it again. It's sounding good. We're getting there. But I want to clean it up so those sounds can have a full measure. I want these sounds to get a full sound. I'm still going to shrink it up a little bit just to make sure not overlapping. So every sound kind of gets a full sound. But I do want to extend this a little bit more. And let me see, why would I have... Wait till we get there. Alright, let's see what we got so far. I like that. Dun, 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 dun. So instead of a da 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 da, it's a little, give a little style. Let's do it. Dun, da 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 da. Like a little, as doing that walk up there. That's pretty cool. I can get a little more velocity, more strength in sound. A good 200. And what I can do with this one, I'm gonna turn up some. Have an over, I can turn the group up. Let's try that. Right here, 94, let's bring it up, get a little more strength. 102, I get a little more strength as well. Not too much though, I wanna go too overboard. Just enough little tap, little smooch. There we go, let's give it a little shot. I got this full max. I can hear that. Yep, see that? How it sounds? And that's just too much. Let's bring that bigger dollar back some. Yeah, smooth. Right here. So let's go ahead and this should be good. I think I'm gonna go to the next instrument after this one to get that worked on. That sounds way better. And in terms of actual full mixing, right, we're going to deal with that a little bit later. It's all about just make sure all the notes are set up and at least have a nice, decent sounding sound. What I did here, I doubled up, right? So you see nothing is here yet, right? What I'm going to do, I'm going to take this track. I'm going to hold down my Alt Option button. I'm going to drag it down to line it up. Me unmute, me bring it to the solo. So, of course, it's going to sound like... So the idea is I don't want to like double it to turn it up, because obviously we can compress, we can just turn the volume up, but then do other stuff to get the volume right. So of course I don't have to double this to get the proper sound. So what I want to do now, if I'm playing guitar again, I want to think like that guitar player. Think like how does that instrument properly sound. I'm gonna cut off all these solos. I'm a solo only. Listen to the guitar sound only and see if we can identify what's the problem here. Let's check it out. So the problem is that if I'm an actual guitar player, right, you already know what the problem is. If I'm going up and down on these instruments, there is no, it sounds very digital. What do I need to make it sound a little more realistic? That fret kind of sound. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the second one, right? So I'm going to hit the amp guitar to go into its settings. All right, so from there, again, this is a free plugin, free download. I'm going to come to the strummer. I want to say it is. And right here, I'm going to cut it on. See how it's off? I'm going to cut the strum on. So now, when I play it, this is how it's going to sound. That's not how it should sound. That is wrong, boo. No, let's go back to it again. I definitely did the wrong thing. Was it this? Which one were you? I know I'm not going crazy. All I did was... let me close this out first. Bring it back up again. Alright, let's see. Let me just play it so I can find what I'm looking for. I had it ready to go. There it is. it is. I had to cut those off. So that's, notice there, so now it sounds a lot better. Giving a little more realism with the strumming sounds. I don't have it as loud so you can hear it as much, but I have it just enough so to kind of give it as realistic sound as possible. And so pretty much I did there, come to the strummer, and all these notes that were selected, just kind of click and cut them off. Those white notes there, just kind of cut them off, because what we're trying to do is add in notes and chords. And you can just kind of mess the strum time, the humanization of it, the stroke volume, cut down a little bit more. The swing, let me get a little swing in there. Time signature should be 4 times, because the song gives them 4 times. The quantized should be set to 1/16 of a note. Yeah, so that's how it sounded all together. I had to get that right. So even though you may not hear it when the full song is playing, it is very subtle, and again, to give as much realism as possible to the sound. All right, let's go to the snare sound we have here. Actually, it's not a snare sound, but this is from Cymatics. Shout out to Cymatics. This sound here actually is there. It's from their lo-fi kit, the lo-fi percussion sound. So this is from their percussion kit. So let's change that. Cymatics. Shout out to Cymatics. Oh, also that Zodiac just came out too. If you guys haven't got that, check it out. I got the sample pack. I'm gonna get the real pack later. They almost sold out too. Pretty good for them. Cymatics, lo-fi percussion. Number 7. And also this percussion set is a free download. This entire drum kit here, the lo-fi drum kit, is a free download as well. So go to cymatics.fm. Percussion. Alright, so let's see how this sounds. Let's check this out. So if you notice with the percussion sound, you hear what it wants to do, but it's not doing it. You hear it getting off timing. So you want at least the percussion sound to be as, you want to have fun, but keep it again. You want to make sure that it's really on time as much as possible. So let's hear how it sounds by itself. So you hear where it's really getting off its timing. So let's just bring in let's bring in the register. Alright, so So make sure that it hits on timing with the synth sound. I think I'll go ahead and line that more properly. Let's line that properly. Do that a Q. In fact, let's do the whole thing. Command A, Q the whole thing. Let's see where we at. See, I'm not against that, but I want to get a little more fun to it. So let me Command Z. At least want to have a little offsetting on some of them. Yeah, it's a little more offsetting with this. I'm gonna bring you on time, bring you a little bit off. It's gonna be. That's possible though. Let's bring you on time. Let's start you exactly on the rhythm. Alright. Did that bap. These want that to be kind of on time as much as possible. So let's play it back. Here it is. So around here is where we start really getting wild here. Let me just take you out for a second. Around the 6 measure marker. Right there. Need you on it. So at least want that to be right there on it. And I think you're by yourself too. Yep. I'll try it again. This 2 here is way off. Fix you up. Spank you over some more. You have to be right on it because you're that bop. And again, you want to have some fun, but still want to keep as accurate as possible. So check this out. I'm gonna space you out some more. Let me bring you on time. Let me get you off time. So it kind of build up to that. And I bring this over without per se quantizing it. I'm gonna just bring it over some more. That way each kind of offset as well. Alright, sounding cool. Just bring you out and bring you close to somewhere as possible. Just bring you on if you got some more. It's right here, how it stops so fast. Just give a little more stretch to you. Get you over some more, guys. Yeah. So it might have been off, but that's just way too much off, right? And watching these lines is kind of how I'm telling. Like I said, I want to have some fun, but still gotta keep real as possible. let's hear it all conjunction together with the others we have so far. So we hear it in here. Some more issues going on in this measure right here. Yup. This is around the fifth measure, right before the around the fourth bar. So let's check that out. A lot of things can be forgiven when it comes to music creativity, but you need to be as realistic as possible too in what you're doing. Stretch it out some. I think I'm gonna just take you all together. Let's see, this fourth measure is where we have some of our issues at. I think I'm gonna kind of gap you up a little bit, Let's see, put you on. So the fourth bar. Just happened. Ooh, sound like a little battle starter. But I think I know what I did. Come into the strum. Yep. That's what happened. Cut these back off. Don't know how that happened. But it's all good. Alright, here we go. Bring everything else back in. The crash is fine. That's what I don't really need to be. Yep. Nice little crash there. Let's make sure our fourth measure is sounding better. Let's take you out. Well, I think this whole fourth here, let me just quantize you real quick. Right there. Yeah, did I hear that too? Something with real janky. Why not? take out this whole fourth bar, right? And now I'm going to just grab the second, bring it back. No, I don't want that yet, because something happened. I want it, is that a draka? I want this thing in there. What is it? Yeah, I want that to stay there. I want that to, so I want this to stay here. So let me just pull from the, this is the first bar, right? So the first bar is, so let's pretend this is the first bar. So go, this would be the second bar. So second bar, third block. Second bar, 1, 2, third block. Paste. Now let's play it. Almost there. Bam. We getting there, fellas and gals. Oh, speaking about today, International Women's Day, shout out to all my ladies, my lady producers out there. Speaking of lady producers, follow Big A Creations. Shout out to all the lady producers, Big A Creations, Chloe and Haley. Dope producers, singers, songwriters. Follow them, check them out on their socials. Celebrating International Women's Day. Our awesome queens. Now, I feel like this first note's not happening. It is happening, just a bit too low. I want it to be distinct. And from there, we're going to press on. Let's bring you up too. Let's bring you up so I can hear where you need to be corrected. Cool. And I'm going to make life easier for me. Take you completely out. And just double you up. Command J to merge it. To the kicks. The kicks come from, press I. Our kicks also is from Cymatics, I want to say. Yes. You have the lo-fi kick number 1. Download the lo-fi kit from Cymatics. Good stuff. Check it out. Thought so. Y'all heard that? Check it out. Play it back. Notice right here, the shorter the note, the shorter it holds. So I think I had these ones in the beginning at like and I was playing them on my MIDI keyboard, so like a bar and a 3/4 sound like, but the more here just goes as a single bar. So I'm gonna definitely give these some more Just give it some more. Let's give another bar. Yeah, no single bar to you guys, because you're stopping too soon. We need that full. I think I'm gonna double up in that boom boom somewhere. Let's see. You too. In fact, all of them need to be at a full. Alright, should be good there. I think I'm gonna add it right here on the end. Sounds fair, right? Alright, eat out. Let's go to the Command S. Alright, so that should be good. Let's go to our snaps. Hey, 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 hey. Give me a good crash. Okay. Percussions. Okay. Now we got something. So all that's rocking. Last piece here is the subby bass. The subby bass actually is innate to Logic, part of Logic sounds. So press Y, bring up your library, type in subby, and bring up the subby bass. I like how the subby bass sounds for this, and I'm giving it like a nice little kind of 1-5-1 groove to it. So hit the Y, close it out, close I, close that out. Bring E to bring up the subby bass notes, kind of get more space. So doom. So here's how the bass sounds. So you know we got some. So we need to clean up the bass some. But check it out again. If you notice here, I pressed the B, E. Nope, E. Yeah. But I did here. Let me play it back from the top. So I did this. This is B flat, F, and instead of going to that 1-5-1, I did like a 1-5-2 or not a 1-5-9. So that C is it will be a 2 in it gets in the scale. I'm a B flat minor, so it'll really be a 3. So instead of doing that 1-5-1, B flat, F, B flat, I did a 1-5-9, B flat, F, C. Kind of give a little more jazzy, kind of cool feel to it. And then here, the next one will be the F, the F, C, 1-5-1, F, C, F. So here, I went to a G, so I need to bring it down to an F. I tried the G, but hearing it now doesn't flow too well. And let's bring this over. You kind of could tell when, like, with the measures, because the brighter lines, it helps with lining up your notes. Yeah, way cleaner, way cleaner. Way, way cleaner. And if you notice, it is an off time a little bit, so that's what I'm watching to make sure I'm not too off. So I think what I'll do, I'll bring my kick to help me out there. Right there. This is on the, what's this? On the 6th measure, 2nd bar. Alright, so without confusing myself, got a whole bar boom. Alright, so yeah. Hear that fall off? I just gotta turn it down some. See, much better, right? I can get a little more juice. There you go. Let's bring all this over by 1. Hear that fall off? Bring it down. Clean it up. Alright, that's sounding good, sounding better than me closing the rank some. Hit the 5. Right there. Because you know the odd number, when it hits exactly on timing, it's always on the even number where it's kind of off. So make sure that our even numbers are lined up precisely. So I can bring this into the 7 now. So too early, I got it holding too long. Much better. Bring this over 1. Let's see. All right. So run this whole thing from the top. 1 through 8. All right, very good. Awesome. So that's good there. Now, because I know for a fact that 9 through, I know that 9 through 16 is the exact same thing. I can just erase all that. Let me just copy my 1 through 8. Oh, it's my page too. Copy my 1 through 8. Put it on the 9, right? Command V, bam. So let's go ahead and just run this out all together. Before I do that, let me hit the E. Because remember, everything I was doing so far was on the I'm gonna go ahead and rip all these out. Everything I was doing involved the first through the 8th measure. And I'm doing this because I'm about to do something different with the 9th through the 17th to the 33 measure on the bass line. So I think I'm gonna take this out for what I'm about to do. So let's just hear all together. I'm gonna take the crash on the evens, take the crashes out. Let's see where we at. So you notice that there, so with that bass line, I kind of gave a different effect to it, which pretty much changed the whole cadence right there. So because everything's in the same key, I can keep all the instruments the same. I think I'm just going to change up the amped up epic synth sound, because that does follow more of the bass pattern. And so I'm going to change that up, because see, if I put it together, this is how it's going to sound. If I put that like that, this is how it sounds with that amped up synth, I'm synthing it. Hear it, you can actually hear it being off because it's following the cadence of the first bass pattern. So let's see what we can do with that. Let's make it a little bit different. So on this right here, I'm going to the boom, 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 boom. I'm just holding on that B flat. So because I'm a B flat minor, that's the 1. But B flat minor, as if you're a musician or if you're not, it's the relative minor of C sharp major. Okay, so C sharp major and B flat minor, they're the same because they share the same sharps or the same notes. But if I was in the key of C sharp, you know, then on the 6, well, this would be A sharp. So I'm holding on the 6. And by holding it on that 6, it builds tension. So that's one thing for musicians, you know, like if you're holding that 6 for a while or whatnot, and you know, for bass players especially, it really builds that tension. So when you go to the 4 or go to the 1, it kind of gives that bow, like it has a bigger like dramatic effect to it, because you like intensified that holding on that minor chord, that minor 6, the way you did. So holding on that B minor, B flat minor, or A sharp minor. So, boom, boom. So line it up, take this over. Let's see how this sounds now. Hear that? But you hear this? And this too. See? So this fall off is too strong. I gotta bring it down some. There we go. I can give a little more gas, There too. There we go. I like how that held like that, so I'm going to do the same thing to all of them. It's kind of, what did it do? They held like for one bar till the next bar. I can bring you over. Alright, everything else seems to be good. Alrighty, hold on. Let's see. Let's check it out. So it goes. Okay. Wow. So that was pretty hot. Man, I love how even when they were rotating like that, and then when I actually arrange it out, I may have that part just going twice right there, like towards the end, because that's really beautiful. So I think I'm gonna combine these two together, and I'm going to go into it, Command A, and I'm going to shift it up. So that's Alt Shift and the up button, and that takes it up an octave. Let's see how that sounds. I think I'm gonna do right there is let me Command D to duplicate, right? So Command duplicates it. I think I'm gonna go and hit, just press E. So make it hit. But I want it to fall off, so I'm gonna go to automation, press A. Automation. I want you to fall off. Starting like towards there somewhere. So hit A to close it up and automate your sounds to go louder and softer. I'm gonna mute it initially. So let's see. Hear the potential, right? But see, at figures, see that wasn't held up all the way. It had that like abrupt stop. And the more you get in, the more you understanding your craft and your sound, you'll be easily able to identify like, wait a minute, something ended abruptly or happened near. You kind of can feel it too that way, something ain't right. So you go check it out. Let me I like that. Da-da-da. Let me let's go to automation. Let's say extend it out some more. I want to start a bit later. I did like how that kind of vibe there took place. So let's go to the 17. So I didn't give it 2 measures. Y'all heard that too, didn't y'all? Y'all smart. I know y'all heard it too. I got it. We did it together. Team effort, team sport, bro. Yeah, so let's start that fall off right there on the second measure. Let's try it again. Let's go to the 25 this time. Y'all know it'd be cool to bring in the party more. Let's go to I. Just after that part right there, it just feel like it to go to a party. Like it starts off really cool and just eclectic and laid back, but then afterwards, it's like, hey, all right, we in there, we going somewhere with this one. Oh snap! Oh, look at them boy over there. So I think in order to kind of pull that effect off, we need some good old hand clapping. There's some good old claps in there. Some good old claps in there. Alright. So let's go to type in my clap. If I don't feel like, if I don't know exactly where to type in search clap, I'm going to hit this smack and then give me all of my claps. That just rhymed. Produced by, I got some prod by Ocean. Ocean Gang Go Drown. What's up? Follow prod by Ocean on everything. I've learned so much from this man that I can't even thank him enough for everything he's taught. Follow him if you don't know who he is. Let's see what this sound does for us. Let's see here. Alright, not the sound I want. One nice little sound, little clap. If anything, there's a default clap I can go to instead of Logic itself. That is kind of one of my go-to claps if I ever need it. So that you know, every now and again, I like to kind of see what we have in the kitty. Ooh, clap Steph. That sounds nice. Not as strong as I wanted to sound. It is a nice sound. Don't get me wrong. But let me just go to default figure instead of in the library, right? I'm gonna go to my sounds here. I'm gonna type in 808. You're gonna get the Boutique 808, and that's the one you want. Double click on that. Let it load up in here. All right, look up in there. Let me just close you up. Press Y. Press I real quick. Let me. I want to see all my numbers. So 1E and so on the L, so the 1E and so 1E and so it should be the third bar in that measure. Press E. And the cool thing is, you can see on the left-hand side all of the instrument names on my clap right here. So it's gonna be 1E and so the clap's gonna be right here. I'm gonna hold my my command button down. Put the clap in. And what I can do from there, I'll just oh, I need to definitely clean that up. Let it follow on through. Alright, so let's start it on the 25. Alright. Boom, ba-da-ba-boo-ba, boom, snap, clap. Ooh, we did that. Hey, 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 yeah, we got it done. Hey. That was a lot, right? So let's go ahead and arrange it, and we can be done for today. This is an hour 18 minutes, so let's see, get done to hour 30, which would be 30 minutes faster than I normally am done. So let's see, me just bring all of you down here. I can take this out here. I won't be leaving that. So let's see. We know we got. Let's see. We start off with this here. Nope. That sounds beautiful already. So not too empty. Control B. No. Oh yeah, that was right. I'm gonna just highlight the whole thing though. Control B. Nope. Still can't do it like that. No, in a minute. Now, Control B. I'm gonna name this reverse. I'm gonna reverse it. Alright, I'm gonna put you back in your spots. Bring you over here. I'm gonna come press I. And I press I when it comes to, it says region. Drop down on more and click reverse. See what that gives us. Alright, almost there, right? Something in somewhere. So I'm just thinking of how I'm gonna do this arrangement. And let's see. And you know, this will probably be it right here for the day. This is good. Hour 24 minutes, not bad, not bad, not shabby at all. I think this is how we will conclude the day. My guys and gals, hopefully this was fun. Learned something. Questions, comments, concerns, disappointments, happiness, tears, fears, let me know in the comments. I'd be glad to help. Alrighty, let's see how we do from the top. If everything goes well, this has been Montrelli On Da Keyz. And thank you for tuning in today. And just check us out next time when we go live. All of our videos are archived. Follow us on Instagram, Montrelli On Da Keyz. Beatstar, Montrelli On Da Keyz as well. If you're on Twitter, Montrelli Music. You find me there, Montrelli. We would glad to work with you. Compose your next upcoming track for your album, your project, what have you. Send us an email, Montrellion music at gmail.com. We're on, or DM us on our social, or comment in the comment section. I do respond. I will respond, and I will reach out to you if you need me to reach out to you. Other than that, have a great day, folks. And if this all goes well, you will hear my voice again. If something messes up, I'll say something else. But I think we're good to go now. So take it easy and be breezy.